Okay, so a new tutorial, and it's dealing with Weebly and Google Drive to be specific. So I'm going to use the EdTech website as an example. And the question is, how do I use Google Drive folders, or files, I should say, and have the Weebly option of uploading a file allow me to access my Google Drive files? Okay, so there are a couple of ways around this, as always. Number one, if you're on a Chromebook, then it's going to always give you access to your Google Drive. So when it invites you, as you'll see here, to add a file, when you click to upload the new file, and then it gives you the option of upload a file from your computer, Google Chromebooks automatically have just two spots. They have the downloads section, for example here, just the two options, downloads would say here, and then up here would say Google Drive. However, on a MacBook, which is what I'm on now, you need to actually install Google Drive. And it's a free app that you can download. And when you do, then you can click on Google Drive. It opens up all your folders, and at that point you could go find the file that you want to use. Now that's one way around it. Another way around this is to, rather than use the file itself, you can use a link. So let me go over here and show you what I mean. Let's say that I've created a document, and I'm going to title this document just test run. Okay, so I've got my file, it's got a name, that's great, and I'm just going to type a bunch of gibberish. You would obviously have really great stuff. Okay, now I want to actually use this file on my Weebly, but I don't want to have to go through the steps I just described. Well, what I can do is go to Share, and I'm going to change the settings on this to anyone with the link. Can View, I can also choose Can Comment or Can Edit, depending on my purposes. I'm going to stick with Can View. And a lot of times what I would do in the classroom with this is I'd put it as Can View for the students because I want them to make their own copy. Sometimes I would say Can Comment because I want them to actually comment on, for example, an editing activity where I want them to comment on revision ideas that they have, but I don't want them to actually make those edits. And then finally, editing, for example, if it was a collaborative activity between a group of students and I just wanted them to access theirs and just get right after it. So at this point I've changed it. You can see it says anyone who has the link can view. I'm going to copy, I just right clicked, copy this link up here. This is the link to share. Okay, I click done. Now I'm going to come back over here to my Weebly, and I'm going to upload. You can use text, you can do any way you want to do this, but I'm going to go with upload a new file, and I'm going to access from my Google Drive pictures that I use for the purpose of this very activity. Now you can see there's test run right there if I wanted to just upload it straight, but I want to show you another way around this. So what you can do is come down, find where you've stored everything, and you can see I've stored these docs, sheets, and slides. So this would be a doc, and it's just the image itself. Okay, now in this case, you look at it and go, well, that's not nice. Okay, very easy. Delete that and go, okay, instead of uploading a file, what I want to do is actually upload an image. And I do this very often, actually. So now I upload this image, and you can search the image URL. You can go look at some favorites. I don't have any on there. You can search the web form directly, or you can upload it straight from your computer. That's what I'm going to do. There's the picture. It comes in, and oh my gosh, look how big. Just go ahead and resize that. Make it a comfortable size. I like something about like that. And now you're ready to go ahead and put in your link. Okay, that link is the one that we just copied. And there it is. I'll most likely have opened the link in a new window. Other options you can do are standard store page. That's like if you wanted to take them to a place to go shop. File itself, or even an email address. Okay, so I click Save. Now this icon on my website is going to have that link. And so when users come on and click on this, they're going to be directed to that file. I highly recommend you use the caption feature. And you can name this, I'm going to name this test run, because that's what this was. And at this point it's ready to go. I can move it to the left, center it, or put it to the right. In this case I'm going to go with the left. Alright, that's it. We're ready to go. I could publish this, and once it's published you'll see it up on the World Wide Web. It's ready to go. In fact, I'm going to go over there, open a new tab, and I'm going to show you that in fact there it is, and you can see it's changed into a hyperlink. I can click that and it brings me to my gibberish. There it is. And so that's a nice way around that, because what you can do with this is basically turn any image you want into a link to a file. Now I saw somebody's already on there, so I'm going to delete that pretty quickly. They're probably thinking, what is this? Oh my goodness. So I better publish that out quick so that it goes away. All right, now other ways that you can go about the same process. Obviously, you can turn text into a link. For example, I could come up here and I could select this text, and I can use this button right here. See that little create link? I could have the word school become a link directly to a file. Open that in a new window, ready to go, and you can see, wow, it's turned that already into a link. Now I'm going to undo that because I don't want that. That's it. Explore with it, have fun with it, and if you get stuck, there's always the undo button, or just delete it straight off and start over when you feel like being brave again. Good luck and happy computing.